Hello beautiful people, Avery Woodley here. In this video, I will be discussing, do women view submitting as a weakness? Alright, so I asked for you all's comments and thoughts and I got them. And after reviewing maybe over 500 comments, I have decided to break this video down into a few segments, alright? Because this conversation is needed and I do not want to rush it. And I am trying to create a space where we can learn and grow together. So consider this part 1, which is covering, yes, women do view submitting as a weakness. Now our bigger question is why? Why do women view submitting as a weakness? I'm going to go over some of the main points that I saw that kept reoccurring when I was going through the comments and the thoughts and the feedback, and also my personal experience on why I viewed it as a weakness. First, they simply were not taught. I was surprised, well, maybe not, how many comments I saw that said, I never learned about it. I was never taught about submitting. Same here. I was never taught about it. And then what happens is, the older we get, we resist anything that is foreign to us. Because as we get older, we all know we get set in our ways. We have our minds made up about a lot of stuff. It's like trying to teach an old dog new tricks. So now here you are as an adult trying to mesh with someone, become one with them, and submit. Then we also have those who said yes, but they were actually taught about submitting, but they were taught wrong. So then you have adults who are trying to unlearn everything that they were taught. So you simply were not taught, or if you were taught, you were taught wrong. So of course, it's a weakness. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Another point that was made is that there are just poor examples of it. So people who see it as a weakness is because what they've seen when it comes to submitting is not flattering at all. He went on to say that they have basically seen good women submit to horrible men and they don't want that to be them. So out of fear, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be her. I don't want that for myself. So I'm going to run from it. That is also a natural reaction. If you have seen nothing but poor examples and bad things come from women who submitted, then of course you're not going to want any parts of that. Another point that I kept seeing come up was the fact that submitting goes against self-empowerment. Okay? So that women feel submitting goes against them empowering themselves. If there is something that is a direct conflict with you becoming your best self, you are going to stay away from it. Men, if there is something that comes in conflict with you being the man you were created to be, thriving in all areas of your life, you're not going to want to have any parts of it. Women, if there is something that you feel comes in direct conflict with you becoming the woman you're created to be and thriving in all areas of your life, you're going to resist it. Why do some women feel that submitting goes against self-empowerment? And I wrote this down, so bear with me. Many women feel that they are giving their hopes, dreams, mind, body, and soul over to a man. Now, you have to admit, if someone told you, give me your hopes, your dreams, your voice, your beliefs, your opinions, your social life, if another person came to you and said, give it to me, and you're not getting anything back in return. So those who view it this way feel that they are not going to get anything back in return, that they are literally giving everything over to another human being, and that person is going to take it and run with it, and they are left lifeless. They see it as them signing their life over. It's like, okay, let me sign this, this death certificate. Because if I submit, that means I am dying. To my fellas, to my kings, I am here to offer another viewpoint on why a lot of women say yes, and that they do feel submitting is a weakness. Now, to my ladies, to my queens, I am here to tell you it's not true. Okay? It's not true. In whatever age you are, you can unlearn and change your mindset when it comes to this. Okay? What we have been bombarded with when it comes to submitting and submission, a lot of it is negative. And it does turn us off. That goes into Western culture. A lady made an amazing point, and she was like, you really have to think about the way Western culture has defined submitting. Okay? It's negative. It's like, it's all bad. They make men look barbaric and like savages who just go to work, then they come home, yell, their wife is a prisoner, to them, and they're abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, and they're angry all the time, and they hate their job, and they hate their wife, and they hate their life. They make women who submit appear, like I said, as inmates who are forced to do nothing but cook, clean, have babies, no social life, no friends, they can't talk to family, and they're just in the kitchen, washing dishes, scrubbing the floor, tattered, ragged clothes. They have, their bedroom is like a little cot, no windows, bars, and if it does have windows, there's bars on it, and they have shackles. Like, that's what some of us come up with in our mind. That is what has almost been put out there, so that's what we think. Nobody wants to be a part of that. That's why you also have a lot of men who completely shy away from the word submit and everything, because they're like, oh no, I don't want to be seen like that because I'm not that type of man. And then you have women who run from it because they're like, I'm not a slave, nor am I a prisoner. Now, that leads into my final point on why a lot of people said yes, women do view submitting as a weakness, and that is the word. It is not the act, it is the word. I saw so many comments from women who were like, it's not that I don't want to submit, and it's not that I don't view it as powerful, I just don't like that word. If the word is put out there and it is directed towards me, I am instantly going to shut down, go on the defense, and completely reject it. Every part of me is going to reject it just because I do not like that word. There is a stigma attached to the word submit. It is very real because I was the same way. And I know I am not alone from reading your comments. You have men, like I said, who do not want to use the word. They're like, you know what? Nope, I don't even use the word. I don't even go there. I don't even touch on it. I had a lot of comments where people were in the middle. They're like, yes and no. What am I submitting to? Who is it? That is a whole nother video, and I will get there. But right now, it's strictly the yeses, and those are the reasons why many view submitting as a weakness. In closing, I want to share with you guys a few things that submitting is not, or that should not be attached to it. A weapon, leveraging tool, force, oppression, slavery, abuse, a dream crusher, or a soul snatcher. Nothing about submitting should be any of those things. I, at one point, thought it was all of those things. And that's why I ran from it. I was like, oh no, but it is not. Submitting is actually an act of love. Thank you all for watching, and please stay tuned. I will also have a separate video that clearly defines what submitting and submission really is all about. If you have not yet subscribed, do so. Check out my About section. See you guys soon.